Alright, today we have a crusty looking Game Boy Advance. There's something rattling around inside. Seller didn't say what was wrong. They just said that it doesn't work. So let's verify that it does not work. So let's insert some batteries. It did not come with a battery cover either. Man, this thing is hideous. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it does not work. So stick around and we'll try to figure it out. This thing is terrible. Can y'all see that? So I know there's supposed to be a coil located right here. I'm going to go ahead and say that if that coil's missing, voltage is not going to make it to U4, which is our voltage regulator. So, oh hey, look at that. There it is. There is our missing coil. That is kind of crazy. So I wonder, thing has bug pieces in it. Look at that, dude. Thing has bug pieces in it. So this board needs to be taken out and thoroughly cleaned. And I need to find a coil. I need to find a coil. Oh my goodness, look at there. The buttons are, well, they still got a little click in them, you know what I'm saying? A little click, click. I don't know, they might work. We'll have to ohm them out and see. Well, let's clean this, because it definitely needs a good cleaning. Just take a toothbrush and some, you know what, whatever. I'm just going to spray this whole thing down with alcohol, man. Oh, what is that? Bro. Put you over there in the wash pile. Let's hope no components come flying off. I mean, it doesn't look corroded. It just looks horrendously dirty inside. You know what? I'm just going to spray this thing down and let it sit, man. And while that one's sitting on there, let's get this side. So let's grab a Q-tip and try to clean the inside of here. I don't know if that's supposed to be there or not. Oh, there's something broke. Oh, it's a piece of that inductor. Yeah, I think that's some glue or something to hold the actual magnet on there. So let's gently go around. I'm going to spray some alcohol down inside this switch. Thing sounds a little crunchy inside there, you know what I'm saying? A little crunchy. Yeah, so that's L1. That is L1 right there. And L1 is on your VDD3 output. So essentially what happens is 3 volts is applied from your battery. It's felt at the switch. When you switch it on to the on position, that 3 volts is felt through this fuse, and that fuse is good. It's felt through that fuse up to pin 1 of U4, this chip right here, and coming out of U4, it then out of the VDD3 output, or maybe it's the V out output. Anyhow, one of those goes to L1. Your 3 volts goes to L1. And so if that 3 volts never makes it to L1, then obviously your green LED will not illuminate. And so it's a 100 microhenry inductor. So I need to find a 100 microhenry inductor to somehow replace that with. So that is going to be the plan. First step is going to be to put some solder on. All right, let's see. Ooh, that smells kind of weird. Let's see if we can get this thing off. Hopefully the pads aren't, nothing bad happened. There we go. Alright, so let's lift this up. Hit this leg. There we go. It's off. Oh, there's some glue down there. Put a little flux on there and clean up those pads, just in case there's corrosion. Alright, so let me go find a 100 microhenry inductor somehow, some way. Alright, I pulled an inductor off of a PS3, or I think it's an inductor. I'm going to check for continuity to make sure that it is in fact an inductor. It is. I don't know what value this sucker is, so, but we're going to try it out. I hope it doesn't matter. It may very well. I'm sure there is a reason for a 100 microhenry inductor, but I don't know what that reason is, and I'm hoping that this will at least give us an opportunity to test the so I think it's making connection. Let's check for continuity from one side to the other. Yeah, I think it's making connection. All right, so let's put it back into the case, into the bug case here, and see what happens. Let's take some batteries and put them in there. It's currently in the on position. Turn it off. Still nothing. No power at all. Let's see what we can do. So let's hook this thing up to my power supply. Which one is? So this is minus. So this is going to be white. And blue is going to be positive. All right. Blue is positive. White is negative. So let's flip the power supply on. This thing is drawing no current at all. None. So let's flip it over and see if we're getting voltage to pin 1 of U4. Oh, you know what? I just realized I don't have the power switch on. Alright, first of all, am I getting voltage on my power switch? I guess that would be a good place to start. I have the power supply on, and I'm not getting voltage anywhere on my power switch. So, I'm getting 3.2 volts from ground, so getting 1.2 volts. It's charging slowly. I'm getting 3.2 volts now at my power switch. DL2 is still off though, so that voltage isn't making it to my pin 1 here. It is not. So the 3.2 volts should go from your switch, and then it makes its way to the right side of this transistor, which is R33, and then it proceeds through R33 and is felt at pin 1 of our chip. And we are not getting voltage at our chip at all. But we know that we're getting voltage at this is weird, man. We're getting voltage at our switch. You know what? I'm going to touch those up with solder just to be on the safe side. Put a little flux down. Okay, so it just turned on. It just turned on. So the problem was, well, so far the problem was these where the switch meets the board. I just basically added a little bit of flux and a little bit of solder. I don't know if they had some corrosion, but it appears that it is now working. So, well, as far as I can tell, anyhow. So let's, yeah, I can hear the speaker. I can hear the Nintendo Bing coming up. So next, let's test this screen and see if this screen is any good. And then if, just to make, oh, I'm about to put it in the wrong way, aren't I? You know what? Can I pull the screen out? Oh, this thing. Oh, Lord. Oh, I'm dropping stuff. I'm missing a piece. I'll find it in a bit. Has some weird glue or something. What's that all about? Does that come off? Yeah, I think the screen's damaged. Let me see if I can't find that other one. Alright, we're going to test this bad boy out of the... I don't know if this screen's any good, man. It's been sitting in the garage. So let's apply power and see if our screen comes on. I don't believe it does. It does not, unless that screen's just bad. Like I said, I've had that thing forever. Alright. I mean, this screen looks kind of weird, man. When I look at it, it doesn't look normal. It doesn't look like a normal. Then again, it may be, let me clean this connector out inside with a toothbrush. It's possible this just has no, I don't know what's possible. Like I know what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. When you look at the schematic of this thing, that this U4 chip produces 3 volts and 5 volts, and you got an indication that you're getting your 3 volts because your green LED illuminates. However, the 5 volts is felt over to this transformer located right here. And that transformer then steps up that voltage to 13 volts. So for example, if I were to power this on, now I'm not getting sound, but am I getting my 13 volts? Is it right here? I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but right here you can see you're supposed to get your 13 volts right there. And I'm not, what am I doing wrong? I just had it a while ago. Oh, this thing's acting weird, man. Oh, that switch is, I'm gonna have to take that switch apart is what I'm gonna have to do. But you can see I'm getting 13 volts. So that 13 volts is what it provides the voltage to your LCD screen. And so the problem is I need to make sure that when I do this, it doesn't cut off. So let me unplug that or turn that off. Let's go ahead and insert our cable, hopefully. Alright, so let's flip this over. Make sure I'm not shorting anything out. There we go. Alright, screen did something this time. It's kind of weird. I think that screen is bad or something, man. I think it might be bad. So let's put the original screen back in there. Maybe, but then again, I don't know whether the screen's bad or not. I'm saying it's bad, but like I said, I mean, I'm just saying that based on the way it looks. When you, like this thing has, I gotta clean this better. Hopefully this one works enough to, if it is the screen, then it'll give me an indication that it is, you know. Alright, let's cut it on. I saw that screen do something, but it I mean, I don't know if the camera's picking up this. It looks, I don't know. You see what it looks like? It's damaged in the center, but I mean, it's been in the case the whole time. Oh! I just saw the Gameboy logo. I just saw it. Is there a contrast on this thing? I'm sure there's not. All right, you see, it's putting out video. The screen maybe it just needs to come around a little bit. Been sitting for so long, maybe it just needed to get some voltage put into it. But you can clearly see it's making noise. Let's grab a game and see if it'll read Tetris. I don't have any Game Boy Advance games, so It's wanting to read it. I see the Nintendo logo. Well, let's do this. Holy cow, that thing's hard to get in there. Let me put some alcohol. Let me put some alcohol on the pins here. And shove it in there a couple times and see. Yep, it's reading the game. It is a working, there's Tetris. I'll be dang. So, still need to get this switch squared away because that thing is not working properly. I may have to take it off and clean it. Alright, so that's good. That's good. So let's take this back off and let's tackle this switch because I put alcohol in it. All right, let's see if that works any better now. No, it's still touchy. All right, what I'm going to do is I am going to put a little bit of low melt solder right here and right here, and then try to gently pry this metal piece up. And it does not take much, so let's see if we can gently pry. There's one end off. Switch hands and try to get this other end off. And you can see that pops off. Little low melt solder does the trick every time. So now let's take the switch out, and basically if you look in there you can see there are some metal contacts, and when they're dirty that switch can't slide over them and make good contact. So our goal is going to be to scuff them up a little bit and try to make it so that we can actually use our switch properly. And you can see when I scratch the stuff that the camera's getting blurry on me, but. And now let's flip this over, and on the back of it, it has these little metal prongs located right here and here. And so basically, I'm going to try to lift them up a little bit. Well, it's all back together. I lost the footage of soldering back on the switch, but that's essentially what I did. I just resoldered the switch and washed all of the plastic pieces. So it's still a hideous device, but it's a much cleaner hideous device. And now it works. And we reused some parts from a PS3 to help it out. Cuts right on. There's my Tetris game loading, and I'll be able to play some Tetris here in a second. there you go. A nice easy fix on this Game Boy. So hope you enjoyed. We'll see you again soon.